turn this fabric into more scrunchies for the autumn collection. Okay, let's do this, let's do this. Good morning everyone, how are you? How are we? Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. If you're new here, I'm Victoria and I run 2 online Etsy shops from this studio here. On one side is Scrunchies and Bows, where I thrift things such as duvet covers, pillowcases, dressing gowns, pyjama bottoms, sheets, and turn them into beautiful hair accessories such as scrunchies, bows, headbands and clips, and sometimes a few key fobs thrown in also. On the other side is Kack-A-Ling Sisters. It's my witchy shop, and on there you'll find things like the Sabbath cards, the Wheel of the Year, witches' runes, pendulums, book of shadow pages, all things witchy you'll find on there. So I thought I'd take today to update. So I wasn't actually. I just wanted a day off without doing hair or filming or anything, and just let loose with drawing. So I did a new card for Kack-A-Ling Sisters. So I don't know. Yeah, you won't see it because it's already I printed it off and sealed it. So a new card for Kack-A-Ling Sisters, but I really enjoyed it. And what I did is I come in here, and we've got that autumn sun now, and in here in the autumn time is just beautiful through the day. It's not a really vibrant sun. It's on the chillier side in here because I have to put oil heaters on, and I haven't done that yet. And it was just calling for me, so I come in and I just drew. I just got some bits out of my head that I wanted and have been thinking of for a while. And Kack-A-Ling Sisters has some cards up, but I wanted a more, so it was more flowery. This is flowery too, but I wanted more of a witchy vibe to it. So I produced that, and I will pop a little video in, if I can. Remember, I'm still new at this. If I can, with me designing that card. And then I'll pop a picture in of the card. That took me just the day to do it. My youngest lad was going up to secondary school, so I'd booked the day off work because I wanted to be available if anything was needed. Nothing was needed, he was fine as predicted. And then I took the next day off because my other lad was going back into secondary school and he struggles somewhat, so we both took the day off so that we could be close if needed also. And nothing happened, so that gave me 2 days of just downtime. So I was able to produce a new card, and then I was sitting watching a true crime, I was going to say podcast, but it was on YouTube the next day, and decided to make, I don't even know if you're going to be able to see, a load of, yeah, you're not going to be able to see, a load of clay, polymer clay, roses and pumpkins, while I was just sitting watching, because I had in mind, I have a lot of wood slices. I was getting some wood slices in for the witches' ruins, but I knew I wanted a certain size for the witches' ruins, and everyone's I ordered that said they were the size they were, that come through wasn't. So I had quite a few left over of bigger ones, and I wanted to be able to do something with them. And I do I do my own ones. I'm moving because I want to try and show you. So my own ones, I made this. This isn't for sale. This is not on. It's not on Kack-A-Ling Sisters, but it's the moon phases, and I I just made it for me, and it hangs here. I'm not going to be able to get it back on now. And it just hangs behind me. But I was left with a load of them. So I was playing around, and with the design of the card, I wanted to put that onto a wood slice so that it could be also a decoration. But I didn't want it to be a flat one, so I started off with just painting the moon on to the wood slice. And then it was fine, I was happy with that, that was okay. But I didn't know, like, I knew I wanted 3D. I didn't want it to be flat, I wanted it to be 3D. I'm a very 3D person. So I then sat there just like making these clay, I'll take a photo and put them in so you can see how tiny they are. So clay roses and pumpkins and little white, like little cream dots to just add. So there is like black roses, there is orange flowers and cream roses with a bit of orange, and pumpkins. And then a while back for my Earth Lady, she's up there somewhere, I'd sat on Space Launch Day and used my air clay, is it called air foam? I think it's air foam clay, and produced loads and loads of leaves. So there's just so many leaves in there. So I painted some of them to match the autumn colour, and then produced this. So I produced that, and oh, this is beautiful. But it did, I'm not gonna lie, it took me all day. I don't know if now I have the clay flowers and quite a few of the pumpkins, if it would speed up the process, but then I have to think about what the process would be like once I've run out. And I don't want to get a mould because I don't know if the flowers are going to be small enough. So I don't know, but I absolutely adore it. And funny enough, this week, all of my clients that are coming in for their hair are all witches. So I'm imagining these will probably, well, there's only one right now, but they'll see it, and I'm imagining I'll probably end up having to make a few for them. So after I did that, and then I'm going to, let me know if you want me to show you how I did these. Let me know down below and I will do a video on that. And then after I'd done that, I was feeling the cozy autumnal vibes, although I was feeling that the very next day. It was so hot in the UK, it was unreal. Everyone was just dressed all cozy, and you could just see they were really unhappy and miserable because they dressed cozy going out, because the mornings are, we've gone back to that. It's too cold in the mornings not to wear, like not to wrap up in your hoodie and your jeans, but then it gets to about 10, 11 and it's starting to heat up, and then you're just too hot. You're too hot for hoodie jeans, so it's quite funny. Anyhow, once I'd finished that, I then proceeded to change the decoration in the whole house. I got my husband to go up in the loft and get the autumn box down. So we have an autumn box, a Halloween box and Christmas boxes, because for the longest time I would just decorate the salon for autumn, but it then spread through, because as the years have gotten on, like the designs have gotten cuter and nicer and homelier. I then proceeded to get the decorations out the loft and do the whole house, and subsequently it is another roasting hot day here today. So yeah, it's still fall though, still autumn. So I think what I'm going to do is turn this fabric into some scrunchies and some bows, so that it can go with that autumn collection. Let's see if I can, what do I do? Bows or scrunchies? Let's make some scrunchies for today and then see if we can fit the bows in too. Let's go. Alright, let's do this, let's do this. just going to take the salvage off all of these, because even with the scrap bits of these, I will put them together and use them for something. I actually might keep these scraps because I think they will make lovely little pumpkins. It's actually made me really excited. So we'll remove all the salvage and then continue on. And I will use all of my scraps that I saved, all of my little ones, the little stringy ones, to fill the pumpkins. Oh, these have got dandelions on them. I did not even notice that. That is cute. I was just deciding whether I wanted to add the ribbon on, but I don't know. I think it might be a little too much. Let's get these done and then I will, yeah, okay, let's get these done and then I will maybe try one with it and see where I stand. Pumpkin scraps, I'm gonna start a whole new bin, I think. Because even if it's out of season, even if it becomes out of season by the time I have enough, because I used my other ones for filling up my son's teddy. So my lad has a teddy he's had from birth, and I keep having to refill it. So I used all my other scraps, small scraps like these ones, for his filling his teddy. So even if that takes me a year, then we will know. And then I'm gonna save these because these would look darn cute as little pumpkins. Yeah, right. I got distracted. Let's get these sewn up. Let me change over. I'm gonna change over the thread. I think I'm gonna go with cream. And I don't have another bobbin, so I'm gonna go with cream and white. And then I must remember to order the plastic bobbins. So I think I remember when I was doing this machine, when I was unboxing it, I asked the lady at the shop if I could use, it doesn't matter about your plastic bobbin or your metal bobbin, because I actually have always preferred the metal bobbins. Yeah, I've always preferred the metal bobbins. And she actually said to me, no, that it doesn't matter at all. It did, and it does. So, and the lady, unfortunately, she had no clue what she was talking about. Which I think, you know, it's not that it's not the most expensive machine in the world, I get that, but it's also not just a machine, a cheap machine. I feel that if you're spending a couple of £100, to be honest, I think even if you're spending £50, but if you're spending a couple of £100 on a machine, I get it, you should do your own research and then go in, but you should also be able to go and talk to somebody face to face and say, like, you know, what bobbins do you use? It says here that you can use any bobbin. It's not right. Their information was not right. I would have still brought the machine, but what I am saying is, when customers are coming in and you are selling a product, know your product. If somebody come into me for a hair and said, I want this platinum blonde hair, but I've been dyeing my hair black for the past 10 years, can we do this there and then? I'd be like, no, we can't. It's going to take ages. It's going to take a long time. And by the time we've got you there, you're going to have growth. And it's, you know, let's not damage your hair. Let's go this way. You know, I'm going to know my product. I'm going to know. It's the same with what I sell. I know what I sell. I know what I put into it. I'm not going to, someone's not going to message me and go, well, Victoria, what is this? And I'm going to be like, I don't know, but buy it anyway. No. Know your product. Oh, I told you a rant was coming. It's because it annoyed me. Get them separated and flipped. Do you know, I really am quite sick of this. Let's take a detour and fix this, because I hold it and I've got tights on today and it's gonna rip and I'm sick of this. Let's take a detour. Let's make this more usable, shall we? I found a scrappy, rubbishy bit of wood. It's actually already got glue all over it. Can I use a metal? Okay, it worked anyway, but I wouldn't recommend it because you'll ruin your bits, but we obviously need to get a wood. Sweet, 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 sweet. It doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to do what I need it to do. And so at the top here, I'm just going to pop a blob on. What am I like? I'm terrible, aren't I? I was just doing one job and then ended up doing 20,000 others. Right, so this way I'll flip it. Let's stand up. Okay, it was easier when it was longer. I might need to just redo this, but make it so it's longer. That bit was the easy bit when it was longer. Fitting it all in. I wish there was an easier way to do this bit. This is the bit that takes me so long. I find it quite therapeutic, the tube method, because I feel like you can just, you know, zone out and go for it. But this bit, okay, let's get them all, let's get them all separated. Okay, elastics. Let's get the elastics in. Get these sewn. Okay, let's get them cut. Hey, oh. Let's get them closed. So when I say closed, we left the bit open here for our elastic, so I'm just going to seal that shut now. Right, let's get them all unhooked, de-threaded. So, I've tried and get through this because he's going nuts. 5, yeah, 5, I've done 4 then. 5 more scrunchies for the autumn collection. I genuinely love this material and I thrifted it, so it's not like I'm ever going to get it again, and I don't have much left of it, and it's actually quite sad, but it is a stunning material. So some more to go with the autumn collection. This is the material, so I'll pop some photos in and you can see it. So all that's left to do is bid you farewell. Take care of yourself, take care of others. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Marvin says subscribe, and I'll see you again real soon.